What's up, YouTube? It's Ben 2000 of YGO, and welcome to 2018. As of recording this video, it is the 3rd. By the time you guys see it, it will be the 4th of January in the new year. So, I know you guys haven't heard from me. I've been doing some family stuff. So, yeah. Happy New Year. Let's start this off with a bang. We're going to start the year with my favorite deck, which is Lightsworn. Obviously. I love the deck. This version is based off of, there was a guy who won a regional last year who played Lightsworn with Hydralander in it, and he won a regional with it, wrecking every Spiral player along the way. So I took his deck and made my own version of it because he had a lot of hand traps and some card choices that I didn't quite agree with, or they just don't really play along with my play style. So I'm giving you my version of the deck. Hydralander Lightsworn deck. Big difference between this one and the one that the guy was playing is, he was playing Triple Thrasher, and I think he was playing like more of the Fellas here. He was relying on Fairy Tale Snow to set up the graveyard for Hydralander. And that is a very smart play. It's just, in my version of the deck, I didn't want to go that route. I didn't want to risk it all on Hydralander comboing with Fairy Tale Snow. So I opted for the latter, and instead of playing Triple Thrasher and Double Wolf and Double, I think he played like Double Wolf and Double Fellas. I can't remember exactly how his deck was. It's been a while, but I just didn't want to rely solely on Fairy Tale fixing the graveyard so I could summon Hydralander. So my thought process was, instead of playing like doubles of cards like Thrasher and Wolf, I would play cards that were similar. So for example, to match up with Wolf here, I got Revival Golem, Four Mage Clown, and Fellas, which all when billed to the graveyard, they all kind of do, all four of these monsters more or less do the same thing. The only difference might be with Fellas here, who has to go by a monster effect, which is a little annoying, admittedly, but you know, it got off more often than not. And then, of course, Thrasher is a very unique monster. There's not a lot of monsters in the game that are level 4 that can do what Thrasher does without the opponent having to have a monster first. So instead of just dealing with that menagerie, I decided, okay, well, let's throw with Goblinberg and 10 Goldfish, because both these monsters give us an extra summon. So this guy has to go to defense to do it. This, with the 10 Goldfish, just does it. But effectively, an extra summon's an extra summon, regardless of how you get there. And then, of course, we got the Hat Tricker here, which more or less will do the same thing, just a little longer route to get there. So basically, these four monsters are the same, or serve the same purpose, and these four monsters serve the same purpose. The idea with this guy is that, you know, like say my opponent has a monster, I have a monster, oh look, now there's a Hat Tricker. Boom, I can make my combo. And then, of course, you got the Fellas, you gotta have your Lightsworns, you know, so you got your Raidens, your Lila for back row hate, you got your Lumina to bring back monsters. You got your hand traps, which are Ghost Ogies and Maxi, the most powerful tuner in the game, if you ask me, Glow Up Bulb. And then, of course, my badass motherfucker, Grand Maju de Areza. I love this guy. This monster is the MVP, because if I have, you know, between Fairy Tale and Pot of Desires, I'm just like, banish. As you can see here, one of the other really cool combos is you do play Cyframe Lord Omega, and because you are playing Fellas, you have an extra level 4 tuner. So and with Rise to Full Height plus Omega, it creates that loop. So it was one of the reasons why I was able to beat the Banish deck that you guys saw me was playing cards like Eater of Millions and playing Grand Maju and stuff like that. It's because I was just Omega lock them. So banish the trap, you know, target Omega, Omega puts the trap back. Then, of course, Omega banishes himself, or they kaiju over it. Either way, they're not swinging. I don't care. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for future content. Make sure you go down into the comments and leave a comment for where you would like the channel to go and for future decks that you would like to see. I've got no problem giving the people what they want. As you can see on the screen are the titles to all of my other social media pages. Please feel free to check out my other YouTube channel, Unbound Series channel, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and my Facebook page, Unbound Book Series. I post a lot of things over there that I think you guys will find entertaining and interesting, and check into the description for ways that you can support this channel. I'm Ben 10,000 of YGO, and I'm signing off.